This morning with the big case. Bryce.
Sophia and Daniela, one of the highest profile murder cases that this county has seen in years, also one of the most unique. She's a retired military combat veteran, a mother of 4. She's been married 5 times. 2 of the exes are dead, and she has never been convicted of a crime. This morning, jury selection set to start in just a couple hours for Sarah Hartsfield. She's accused of killing her husband with insulin. She's been indicted and in jail for his murder since February of 2023. His name is Joseph Hartsfield, and the two had been married just 11 months. The family says that he was making plans to leave her in the weeks leading up to his death. He had even opened a bank account back in his hometown, and investigators say in search warrants that she then ignored alerts about his dangerously low blood sugar level and delayed a phone call to 911 after finding him unresponsive. As for any other evidence in this case, we really haven't been made aware of that because all of it has been part of this investigation that's been ongoing all of this time. But we do know that Sarah was pretty active on Facebook in and around the time of Joseph's death. She even posted a video of herself in the hospital weeping over his hospital bed just before he died. So we know that prosecutors are hoping to bring up some evidence during this trial from whatever Facebook records they've been able to uncover. Daniela, Sophia.
Well, Bryce, I want to ask you, how are we expecting jury selection to be handled later this morning?
So we know that Chambers County is expected to call at least 120 people to be part of this voir dire process. The prospective jurors have been sent a questionnaire that was sent out last week, as we understand it, and we don't know exactly which questions are being asked of them in this questionnaire because it was filed under seal, but both sides appeared hopeful at pretrial hearings to hopefully be able to have a jury seated by lunchtime today. Of course, this is a pretty high-profile case, so we will have to wait and see how that process goes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And Bryce, we know that you have had contact with Sarah. What does Sarah say happened in all of this?
So she's denied any wrongdoing. She has also pled not guilty, obviously, but she says that she didn't do anything to cause any of these untimely deaths. She sent me this message from jail back in 2023. In it, she wrote that if she's guilty of anything, it's picking horrible husbands. So we will be in court every day of this trial. Again, jury selection set for later this morning, and we'll be here until that verdict comes down from the jury to keep you updated every step of the way.
Been watching this closely for a while now, Bryce. Thank you. And by the way, Bryce will be in the courtroom every single day. He will have expanded coverage with big developments in the case. You can watch that on YouTube. So make sure to subscribe right now to the KPRC2 YouTube channel, where we will provide live updates on this case every day of the trial. Well, a man accused of firing at sheriff deputies in the woods in northeast Harris County will be in court at 9:30 this morning.
We just want to talk to you, bro. North 20, shots fired.
What you're seeing is body cam video showing these moments. 47-year-old Kenyon Coleman allegedly opened fire on Harris County Sheriff's deputies. Deputies say a woman called 911 last Monday night claiming she was being shot at. And later she said, never mind. Well, deputies went anyway. They didn't know exactly what address to go to or where she was calling from exactly. But when they got to that area to check it out, sheriff deputies found Coleman sitting in a field with an AK-47 style weapon. When deputies tried to talk to him, he started shooting. However, the gun jammed and he was taken into custody. Coleman faces 5 felony accounts of aggravated assault on a peace officer.
City leaders will gather this morning for a ceremony celebrating the installation of a generator at the Kashmere Gardens Resiliency Hub. The ceremony will be held at the Kashmere Gardens Multi-Service Center at 10 a.m. Councilmember Letitia Plummer's office says residents have been disproportionately impacted during recent weather events and rolling blackouts during the summer, both leaving them without power. Plummer says now the center will serve its purpose of protecting residents during emergencies with a reliable power source. Well, protests over the National Guard deployment to Memphis ahead. What some are saying the city really needs.
You cannot raise your hand, take an oath, and lie to Congress, and that's an important principle.
Lawmakers comment on the James Comey indictment as President Donald Trump takes aim at a second former FBI director.
And check your breakfast this morning. We've got a major recall from a popular meat brand, the meat that Hillshire says do not eat this morning.